Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and we are playing a little bit of F1 today, and I just wanted to do an experiment because I've been playing a lot of Assetto Corsa Competizione, and I'm trying to get better at that game, but the fact that I've been playing that game so much, I really wanted to find out if that would have any impact on other racing games, and in particular, the F1 games. So I decided to jump into F1 and do a quick Grand Prix race, a quick 5-lap race, to see if I have improved at all, or if I'm still the same with the game, or yeah, just kind of see what happens. So, without further ado, let's get into the race, shall we? So, for those of you that have watched my videos before on my channel, you know that I am not very good at talking and racing, so I'm going to be recording a little bit of commentary over the race. So we got to a pretty good start. I get into the DRS pretty soon, and right there, that's where we make our first mistake. I still have to be careful with the speed and the slowing down. So I wasn't too happy with that.
You've taken some minor damage.
Yeah, Jeff, I know. We took minor damage. I seen the wing flying. So one of the things that I could say is that, you know, it's got to be little victories. You can't expect to win every race. And honestly, if all of a sudden I would go from P13 and win the race in 5 laps at my skill level, it wouldn't be much of a challenge, and I don't think I would really enjoy it as much. The thing that I have come to find out with these games, especially with the more sim racing games, is it's a lot of work. You have to put in the time. You really have to learn the car.
Right, we're looking good so far.
And yeah, you just have to kind of put in the time and put in the work to get better. Now I picked the Australian track because I'm very familiar with the track. It's one of my favorite ones in F1. For some reason, I don't know why. But I'm in P7 right now. And honestly, that's not that bad. If I was in career mode right now and I was in P7, I would take that all day. I mean, I'd be into the points. And yeah, I'd be looking pretty good. I would have no complaints sitting at P7 at all. Now, were mistakes made in this race? Yes, there were mistakes made in the race. But what I'm finding out is the more I play these games, the more mistakes I make, the more I kind of figure out how to get myself back on track and recover from those mistakes better. And that's really the biggest thing. Now, when I first started out, the big issue for me was that the mistakes that I made, I had a really hard time recovering from those mistakes, and it got frustrating, and it made the games not fun. Understandably, you know, patience isn't one of my strong suits. I can admit that. It's something that I definitely need to work on, and I'm trying. But yeah. It was always the type of thing, you know, like right there. I went way too wide on that turn. You know, I shouldn't have. But whereas before, I would have got kind of nervous and anxious about that, because I'd be so worried of screwing up and losing places. But this time, I just kind of breathed through it and was like, it's not the end of the world. You know, it's one little mistake, not a big deal. Now, I should mention that I really haven't played this game in a while. Again, it's a patience issue. In my career mode, I got to the Vietnam track, and that track and me just do not get along for nothing. So I'm just going to have to bite the bullet and just do that race and get it over with, and, you know, whatever happens, happens. But yeah, I'm really not good at that track. I've practiced on it. I've tried. And for some reason, it just it hates me. The track just it hates me. Now, because I haven't played this game in a while, trying to pay attention to my ERS and my overtake, it's probably going to be a little bit tricky. One of the reasons is I believe that I moved the on-screen display to the middle back when I was playing the game more, and it was helpful. But getting back into the game, I was having a difficult time paying attention to that and driving, and that might be one of the downsides to playing ACC so much. GT3 cars, they don't have DRS, and they don't have overtake, and they don't have ERS, and they don't have any of that stuff. So, you know, with the F1 games, that's just one more thing that you kind of have to concentrate on. Now, right there, that's a mistake that if I would have made when I first got this game, I would have spun the car out and ended up in last place. So I'm definitely getting better at getting out of those situations, and that's really important in these games. It really is. You know, you put these cars on the grass, and they're horrible. I mean, obviously, they have slicks. They have no traction in grass or dirt, and if you don't believe me, just check out the Mugello, I don't know, the Grand Prix last week on the F1, and Max Verstappen, he went off in the gravel and he was just done. You know, his car was kind of done anyway, but yeah, he got in that gravel, man, and he was just throwing stones. So it's a little disappointing because I don't feel like I wasn't picking up any pace, that's for sure. And I know I can get fastest lap on this track. I've done it actually many times. I really like this track, but again, like I say, I haven't played this game in a long time, and obviously this track isn't one of the tracks on ACC. Before I kind of made that little mistake where we went in the grass, my Sector 2 was in the purple, but we totally lost that. Race winner Lewis Hamilton. Is that a surprise? You know, if you watch F1 at all, it's kind of funny. I kind of see it as like Lewis Hamilton. You know, he's not even racing anybody. He's just kind of out there. But yeah, that's the race, guys.
Race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
So now I'm just going to give you some thoughts on, you know, how it went. Alright, guys. So that's the end of the race, and kind of what I've taken out of this is the fact that no, I didn't win the race. No, I didn't do anything spectacular. Yes, I did take some damage. I still have a long way to go. But I think the big takeaway from this is that if you're having maybe a difficult time playing one racing game, and if you switch to another one that for some reason you feel more comfortable with, or you seem to be doing better with, and then come back to other racing games, you'll find that you'll improve, because the things that I've learned from playing Assetto Corsa Competizione, I can bring into F1. Now, even though the F1 cars are a lot different, they handle a lot different, there's still a lot of things that you could take away from that. For instance, the GT3 cars, they are slower, so you have to take the corners much slower than with the GT3 than the F1 cars. I apologize. Also, with the GT3 cars, it's a lot more trail braking, where you don't necessarily have to do that as much with F1 cars. You can brake into the turn with F1 cars, and you're not going to lose it like you do with the GT3 cars. So overall, I don't feel this was a bad race for me personally. Like I say, with my skill level, and where I have the AI set on the game, if I would have started in 13th and jumped right up to first, that would have been very unrealistic for my skill and for the level of AI that I'm playing. I'm still not there yet. I'm nowhere near, you know, having the AI even close to maximum. But I just wanted to do a little race here, because what happened was I've been playing ACC a lot, and I haven't been playing F1 too much, mainly because on my career mode, I'm on the Vietnam track, and I'm just horrible at that track, and I'm just going to have to dive into it and just do the race and just be horrible. But yeah, the other day I kind of just wanted to hop on this to see if, you know, all my time on ACC affected my racing on here any, and I'm pleased to say it did. You know, I'm much more aware of the cars. I still have a long way to go, like I say. I'm still kind of bumping into cars, so I need to definitely fix that. But overall, I think it went pretty good. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash that like button for me. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to my channel. I would surely appreciate it. I thank you for watching. I truly do. And we'll see you next time, guys.